What is going on, you guys? My name is Cisco, and I'm here today with another Cisco picks, where I picked 3 top guns. It's completely biased. It's my picks, my reasoning. Suck it. Before we get started, I'd like to remind you to hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. If you enjoy watching our content, show us some love by liking the video, and ring the bell to make sure you get notified whenever we drop new content. We appreciate you all. On today's list, I'm going to be picking 3 high-end guns that are going to be over the $300 price point. Like I said before, these are my personal picks just because of my reasoning, why I like them, so on and so forth. Let's get into it. First on the list is going to be the KWA SR10 ERG. So I had to choose an M4. So I chose the KWA SR10 because I actually owned the original 2GX version a long time ago. It's a full metal construction with full metal gearbox, and KWA is actually the first company who announced that they were 11.1 LiPo ready out of the box. So a lot of modern M4s and AR-15s are coming with either key mod or M-LOK rails. With this, it has the traditional quad rail, which will always look nice, and it's, kind of timeless. It just has a classic feel, and it will always get the job done. So I love KWA's attention to detail, how they included the gas block, gas tube, and a functional charging handle and bolt catch. Out of the box, this gun is going to come with the PTS iron sights, ambi selector switch, and the pistol grip. If you're trying to upgrade your gun, this is going to save you a little bit of money and already give you the dope look that is on the gun. Look at it. Look at how cool it is. The KWA SR10 is strictly made for outdoor use. It is slightly longer than the M4A1 at about 16 inches for the barrel, and it's going to be shooting around 400 FPS, which is perfect for normal outdoor regulations. Now, KWA guns are extremely accurate out of the box. I'm not sure what the inner diameter of the barrel is, but it does come with a 2GX bucking and a rotary style hop-up unit. But from my personal experience running stock inner barrels and upgrade inner barrels, this gun actually shoots closer to a 6.03 inner barrel diameter, so you do get that great accuracy, like I said. This is going to be an ERG internally, so it will have the electric recoil and the automatic cutoff when you run out of BBs using the KWA proprietary magazines. So if you remember the original PTS Magpul ERG, KWA has souped up the gearbox and the motor in this model, so you're going to get a better rate of fire and trigger response. Well, unlike the original PTS ERG, this one is going to be rear wired, so you can fit the batteries into the stock. Now keep this in mind, if you want to change out the stock, there isn't any room in the buffer tube from the ERG recoil system. The KWA SR10 ERG is retailing for $349 at airsoftgi.com. So the reason that the KWA SR10 stands out to me than other high-end M4s is because of all the accessories and the functions of the gun. The electric recoil is definitely a lot of fun when playing. It's not like a real firearm, but it will give you something to kind of just realign your iron sights to. The PTS accessories are really cool. I actually will install the PTS iron sights and pistol grips aftermarket onto all my guns. So it does save you, I think, about 60, 70 bucks out of the box. The auto cutoff feature is really cool as well, especially if you're running it for training purposes. You can cut it off to 30 rounds and it would be just like a real AR-15 or M4 style magazine. Full metal construction, like I said, so it's really hefty. The rotary style hop-up unit is very consistent as well. My 2GX SR10 did have the 2-piece hop-up unit, which I really didn't like, but they made the improvements on it, and yeah, just overall, it's very nostalgic to me, very classic look, and great performance out of the box. So this is my second pick. My second pick on my list is going to be the HK 416A5 by Elite Force. Now this technically isn't an M4. This is a 416. M4 416. It's different. Alright, so this gun is going to be OEM by VFC, and they're known for making exquisite externals, and I do love their attention to detail. I personally owned the 416 CQB that was made by VFC a long time ago, and comparing it to the A5 model, they've made a lot of improvements. Starting off from the top, this gun is going to have the A5 style iron sights. The front sight is going to be integrated into the front rail, and the rear sight is actually going to be attached, but it'll have adjustments for windage and elevation. Going into the front of the gun, it is going to have the 416 style quad rail with the MOK gas piston system. It is adjustable on the front here. It doesn't do anything for the gun itself, but I love the attention to detail. Going into the upper end of the lower receiver, starting off on the left side of the gun, Up top, there's going to be a shield for the enlarged bolt catch, which is going to be ambidextrous. I'll show it to you on the other side of the gun. Going into the lower, it's going to have an ambidextrous magazine release, the 416 trademarks, which look fantastic, and an ambidextrous fire selector. On the other side of the receiver is going to be the standard M4 AR-15 style controls, but there is going to be the ambidextrous bolt catch. This is cut into the lower receiver. VFC didn't have to do that, but like I said, their attention to detail is excellent. This is accurate to the 416A5, and it's really awesome. All you have to do is pull the charging handle back, and the mock dust cover will lock back, which does have the 416 trademarks. And then all you have to do is hit that down, and it will release. The dust cover is plastic, which is kind of concerning, but honestly, it's not that big of an issue. One thing that I forgot to mention earlier is that the magazine well is more standard to an M4 style, unlike the original 416 style. The original version did have magazine compatibility issues, specifically with like PMag or polymer style magazines. So with this one, you can run your EPMs, or if you have those older style Magpul magazines, without any issues. It does have the updated A5 style pistol grip, which doesn't have the front ramp and does have a more steep angle of engagement or grip, I guess, and the HK slim stock. So finally, we're going to have the enlarged trigger guard. In case you have gloves on or have thick fingers like me, you can get it in there really easy. That was really perverted. That was really... Internally, this gun is going to have the rotary style hop-up unit with their standard bucking and barrel. But don't get me wrong, it's still really accurate and gets good range out of the box. The 416A5 is going to be using the VFC Avalon Gen 2 gearbox, which is going to have their updated blade MOSFET and the quick change spring system. So it's probably common knowledge now that the older VFCs had a weak piston and tappet plate, and it was always recommended to change those out of the box. But with the Gen 2 Avalon gearbox, you don't have to do that. They put reinforced pistons and tappet plates to give you the extra reliability. Unfortunately, the 416A5 does not have the Avalon motor, which is in the Caliber and the Saber series, so you're not going to get that rate of fire, but the trigger response is still very good. So the HK 416A5 is retailing for about $455 at airsoftgi.com. In my personal opinion, the price tag is a little high, but you are paying a premium for the internals and the externals, especially the trademarks. Suck it up, it's Airsoft. You're paying for what you get. The gun itself performs fantastic. I own the original 416 CQB, like I said before, and internally I had to do so much work to get it to shoot just as good as this. So personally, I would change out the pistol grip. I don't really like the angle of the back of the pistol grip, so it doesn't feel comfortable in my hands. So I'd probably change that out for something a little bit more ergonomic. Maybe the PTS style pistol grip that was on the KWA SR10, or just something a little bit more slim and comfortable. And this is going to be my third pick. So going into my third pick, it is going to be the Tokyo Marui AA12 Sledgehammer. Getting to hold this in real life, Call of Duty made this look really small. How do they holster this? This gun is a monster. It is a semi and full auto shotgun. It is battery powered with 3 different inner barrels and 3 different hop-up units. Out of the box, it is going to come with a 90 round magazine, which will give you 30 shots in semi-auto because it does shoot 3 BBs per trigger pull. So this gun is only going to be able to take an 8.4 volt battery. The reason being is the FET system internally will cut off if you use a higher voltage battery, and anything lower than an 8.4 won't fire the gun. However, with the 8.4 volt battery, the gun is going to be shooting 10 rounds a second per barrel, which equates to 30 rounds a second. Do the math. So I did forget to mention that the iron sights are adjustable for windage in the back and elevation in the front. But it's a shotgun. Do you really need to use them? Alright, so what I did mention before is that the gun has 3 individual barrels with 3 individual hop-up units. The charging handle doesn't have a spring, so once you pull it back, it'll stay locked back. And then you just gotta push it forward. But you'll be able to adjust the hop-up unit between each barrel individually right here. So the reason that I picked the Tokyo Marui AA12 Sledgehammer as my number 3 pick is because the intimidation factor. People know what this gun is. As soon as you walk into the field, your teammates are gonna love you. The enemy, not so much. The pistol grip, the magazine, and the front handguard of the gun have this really aggressive diamond texturing on it. It's really grippy and your hand isn't going to slip. I really don't think I'm going to need gloves for it. Another feature that I really like is going to be the magazine release. It's really easy to activate and slide the magazine back in. It does have a ramp on the gun there, or on the magazine for you to slide it in there without any issues. On the right side of the stock, you're going to see AA12 recessed into the stock. On the magazine, it's going to say Sledgehammer, and on the charging handlebar, you will see AA12 Sledgehammer as well. So the gun is going to be shooting around 250 feet per second, but this is mainly meant for indoors, so you're going to want to go really close quarters. And it's a shotgun, guys. Point and shoot. The Tokyo Marui AA12 Sledgehammer is retailing for $475 at AirsoftGI.com. At the price point, this gun is going to be quite expensive. For those of you who want to modify it because of the low FPS, don't do it. This gun has space unicorn fairy dust in it, and it shoots awesome. Shoot it until it breaks, and then worry about it later. Alright, you guys, thank you for watching. Like I said before, I am replying to all the comments below, besides the haters. So make sure you go ahead and put a comment below. Subscribe if you haven't already. Ring the bell to get notified. And I have noticed a lot of our viewers aren't subscribed, so just go ahead and do that. If you like the content that we're giving, do it. My name is Cisco with Airsoft GI, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.